sir. Mind if I take a street portrait of you? I'm a bit of a street photographer.
No, I'm good, bro.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day.
So as you see, guys, you don't always get to hear yes. Sometimes you hear no, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I felt that in my previous videos it was only ever yes, and that's not realistic. It's okay to hear no, and there are some repairs going on in the house. I do apologize if you hear that, but yeah, so you don't always get to hear yes. Welcome to my channel, guys, and welcome to all my new followers. Yeah, in this week's video, I'd like to talk about the Nikon FE2 and Kodak Gold. Now, it's been a little while since I've made a video. I do apologize for that. We've had the holidays. I had my kid visiting, and so it's been a little bit busy. It's been a little busy at the job, certainly during the holidays. But I'm back, and in 2023, I'm very much so looking forward to, get on a regular schedule again with uploading videos. Because I definitely like the street videos. I've definitely got that bug. And you guys seem to like it too. Yeah, the Nikon FE2, guys, is a wonderful camera. Well, Davey, you had a Nikon FE. Why in the world would you buy a Nikon FE2? That's an excellent question. The reason is because my Nikon FE started showing some signs. And it actually started getting a stuck advance lever. And yeah, so I was able to repair that. I was able to remove the bottom plate and I got the lever unstuck, but now it's just advancing without cocking the shutter. I can advance indefinitely. And so I have to do a little bit of research on how to repair that. I've always been curious about the Nikon FE2. And I tell you what, the hype, it lives up to its hype. It's a wonderful camera. It's really all you need out on the streets when it comes to SLR street photography. It ticks all the boxes for me. It's super fast. It has a really bright viewfinder. And in the future, I will definitely do a comparison video between the FE and the FE2. And then the second thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is Kodak Gold in 35mm out on the streets. I've really come to love it as a go-to film for street photography for several different reasons. Number one, I can buy it for $8 per roll. And even though I did buy this film as FujiFilm 200, everybody knows that it's really Kodak Gold repackaged under the Fuji name. So I think it's silly to call it FujiFilm. I'm just going to refer to it as Kodak Gold because that's really what you get. Yeah, it has great latitude, it has wonderful sharpness, great skin tones, good contrast, while still being able to absorb some of that contrasty afternoon light. But it's really wonderful during the golden hour. And yeah, it's a film that I've grown very fond of, and I think this is my new go-to film in the absence of my Pro Image 100. Which I don't think is being manufactured at the moment, and all we get is frozen stock. But in the meantime, more than happy to shoot Kodak Gold, even if I have to buy it as Fujifilm. Yeah, $8 per roll, with having to develop it at home, comes out to about 30 cents per shot, which is very affordable. And yeah, really like that film. Why don't we jump into the video, guys, and I'll see you at the other end of it, and we're going to discuss some photos.
Ma'am, Can I ask you a question? You mind if I take a street portrait of you? I'm a bit of a street photographer. Yeah?
Sure.
Just take a minute. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah, don't smile, just be yourself.
okay.
That's okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day. See, it's yeses and nos, people. It's yeses and nos, and that's okay. It's all part of it. Can't always hear yes. Thank you.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was just a little video of me testing my new FE2 out on the streets. Really enjoyed that video. Nice big bright viewfinder. So easy to catch focus really fast. As you know, I'm not really a zone focusing guy because with the 50mm It's not so easy to do that. It's not impossible, but with the 35 or 28, it's much easier to zone focus. And so I consider myself fast enough to grab the shots that I want. So the first shot, and I'm going to pull it up here on my cell phone, is of this video, because there's a couple other photos off a Kodak Gold that I shot on the street that I wanted to discuss. The first shot is the three guys with the cell phones. And let me pull it up here. I don't know why it's taking me so long. Okay, I'm ready. Good Lord. Okay, here they are. And yeah, I really like that shot because a lot of times you'll hear people saying, oh, well, nowadays people only hold cell phones and it's boring because it's not nostalgic. Well, if you're doing street photography, yes, and I've done it too, it's great to get somebody who's dressed as if they were in the 50s or the 60s, and you're able to shoot it with the background that makes it look as if we're in the 50s or the 60s. But to me, that's not realistic. As street photographers, at least in my opinion, one of our tasks is to record, how we live today, how people live their lives in 2023, 2022, 2000 and whatever, but in our times. And these guys certainly have that dress code, and they're holding their cell phone, and also the guy in the back where I was able to layer it a little bit to give the photo a little bit more interest. But this is just a sign of our times. Maybe 50, 60, 70 years down the road, maybe even 30, we won't have cell phone technology anymore. It's something completely different. And at least now we have a photographical record of those times. And then another shot that I really like, I did that on the same roll. It's not in this session, is a photo of this gentleman. I took a photo of him before. I really like that shot because here you can see, number one, aesthetically how well Kodak Gold performs. But I like the look. Also a sign of our times. All the piercings that he has, the tattoos on his face, the hoodie that he's wearing, and then the Guns N' Roses patch, which is very popular for everybody to wear. Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. Davey, how do you know all those names? Because Davey is a metalhead. But anyway, I love that photo. It's a really nice portrait. It's as good as it gets for me. And then there's another photo which seemed to have done really well, another portrait which I shot on Kodak Gold. This one I did shoot on my F100 with the 45 Tammy, but here you can see that, the detail that Kodak Gold is able to resolve, and the colors, it's very true to life. Yes, very warm, but I kind of like that. And the warmth of Kodak Gold definitely suits shooting at deep elm really well. And in this portrait, I like it. I like the scar that he has on his face, the emotion that he's showing, actually several scars, and just the realness. This portrait is as good as it gets for me when it comes to portraiture out on the streets. I'm not asking for more. There's just a lot of emotion on his face. Life is showing on his face, and Kodak Gold was able to catch that really well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. More videos to come really soon. Kodak Gold is definitely a film that I recommend you trying out as a color film out on the streets, certainly with the new price hikes that Kodak has announced coming in March. Buy as much film as you can now, I would say, certainly Kodak Gold, but Fuji is able to offer Kodak Gold to you at very reasonable prices. So, don't tell anybody. But you can buy it under the Fuji brand. But anyway, guys, that's it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.